the 90s R&B sensation who dropped the bangin' hit Freak Like Me, just spilled the tea on how a wild love triangle with Brandy and Boyz' two men's Wanya Morris straight up wrecked her career. On Unsung, she dished on the major drama with Brandy and Morris that led to a major beef with label boss Sylvia Rhone. It got so heated that Rhone shelved her sophomore album for good. Let's dive in to get the real gist. Her early life and rise to fame. Before Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B dominated the music charts with their empowering and unapologetic songs celebrating female sexuality, there existed a group of artists who fearlessly shattered barriers with their boldness. The 90s witnessed a surge of female performers who defied societal norms and openly discussed their sexual experiences through their music and live performances. Among them, R&B singer Adina Howard stood out as one of the most popular artists in 1995. Adina Marie Howard Walker, born on November 14, 1973 in Grand Rapids, Michigan, began her journey in this world surrounded by the love and support of her mother and three younger sisters. As she grew up in Michigan, she found herself drawn to the music and charisma of the iconic Madonna, who also hailed from the same state. However, it wasn't long before her mother relocated their family from Michigan to Phoenix, Arizona. Initially, everything seemed to be going smoothly until one fateful day during her gym class. Adina happened to glance at one of her white classmates, whom she thought bore a resemblance to a character from the movie Top Gun. Without uttering a word to the boy, she merely glanced at him for a brief moment. Shockingly, he retaliated by spitting in Adina's hair, accompanied by a racial slur. When Adina's mother reported the incident to the school administrators, they disappointingly responded, "We are unable to take any action. Please inform us if it happens again." This incident had a profound impact on Adina's life. Consequently, her mother allowed her to leave the school and the state. However, they eventually returned to Arizona. Before their return, Adina warned her mother, saying, "If we go back to Arizona, be prepared for me to be expelled from school." This incident taught Adina the importance of speaking up and making her voice heard. This lesson extended to her music, where she aimed to convey the message, "I am here, and what?" However, it was in Phoenix where Adina's passion for music truly blossomed. Inspired by Madonna and fueled by her talent, she caught the attention of manager-producer Livio Harris in the mid-90s. Under his guidance, she honed her craft, recording demos and perfecting her sound. Eventually, her hard work and dedication paid off when she secured a record deal with Max Guzzi under Mecca Don or / East West Records. From that moment on, Adina's career skyrocketed, and she quickly made a name for herself in the music industry. Her unique sound and captivating performances captivated audiences worldwide, solidifying her status as a talented and influential artist. In 1995, Anita came into the music scene with the release of her debut album, titled Do You Wanna Ride? This remarkable album not only served as a platform to showcase her immense talent, but also featured the sensational hit single, Freak Like Me, which quickly garnered widespread acclaim and achieved platinum certification. The album itself was met with resounding success, earning a well-deserved gold certification from the prestigious RIA. Following the release of her debut album, she continued to captivate audiences with a series of follow-up singles that further solidified her standing in the music industry. One of these singles, My Up and Down, made a significant impact on the music charts, reaching an impressive number 32 on the R&B charts and number 68 on the Hot 100. Another standout single, It's All About You, also made waves by reaching number 58 on the R&B charts. In 1996, she went on an exciting collaboration with the talented Warren G for the soundtrack of the action-packed film Police Story 3: Super Cop. Their collaborative single, What's Love Got to Do With It, which featured a sample from the iconic Tina Turner hit, proved to be another hit for the dynamic duo. The single achieved impressive positions on various charts, peaking at number 36 on the Hot 100, number 32 on the R&B charts, and an impressive number 2 on the UK charts. The music video for this single even featured a special appearance by the legendary Jackie Chan. Not only did she collaborate with Warren G, but she also joined forces with Something for the People for a track titled Damned If I Do. This incredible collaboration not only appeared on the soundtrack for the film, A Thin Line Between Love and Hate, but also on their self-titled debut album, showcasing her versatility and ability to create amazing music across different genres. Adding to her impressive repertoire, she recorded the track For the Funk for the Sunset Park soundtrack, soundtrack, further highlighting her exceptional talent and reinforcing her status as a formidable presence in the music industry. With her debut album, successful collaborations, and chart-topping hits, she undoubtedly made a lasting impact on the music world. Her undeniable talent, versatility, and ability to create memorable music solidified her reputation as a true superstar, and this was just the beginning of her remarkable journey in the music industry. Release of her second album. In 1997, she was all set for the release of her second album, Welcome to Fantasy Island. Originally titled Portrait of a Lady, the album received high praise from critics and had a decent hit with the lead single, Freak and You Know It. But unfortunately, it was put on hold by Elektra Records in 1997. A few years later, the album was leaked online and now promotional copies are being sold for hundreds of dollars. One of the songs from the shelved album, T-Shirt and Panties, a collaboration with Jamie Foxx, made its way onto a soundtrack the next year. Initially meant for the Booty Call soundtrack, it ended up being featured on the soundtrack for the 1998 film Woo. The song was released as a promotional single with a remix that included Cameron and Charlie Baltimore. In addition to that, she teamed up with Seidel this year for a song called Chocolate, Cuties and Condoms, which was released as a single for the Bulletproof soundtrack. The song was also featured on their first album, Seidel Ways, the following year. At the same time, she made her debut in the film industry with the independent movie High Frequency, alongside Dion Richmond and John Witherspoon. In 2002, she took on her second film role in the yet-to-be-released Casanova's Demise, directed by Tigre Hill. Furthermore, she also collaborated with the hip-hop group PYG's and Yuck Mouth on the track Been Around the World for the former's debut album. So let's find out while her album was shelved.
I can be myself. I'm sexually liberated.
The love triangle that ended her career. Arriving at the same time as raunchy rappers like Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown, Howard made a big impact with her catchy song Freak Like Me. She didn't hold back, making it clear that she wanted someone who was a freak in the morning, a freak in the evening. Her fun first song became a hit, reaching platinum status, and she became one of the most exciting new artists in music. The rapid rise of her career would soon face a sudden downfall. This self-proclaimed eccentric Adina's quick decline was primarily caused by a love triangle involving well-known musical celebrities of that time. Despite setting a new standard that many singers still adhere to today, Howard's messy love life ultimately cut her career short, leading to a decrease in her relevance over time. The question remains, what exactly transpired? The love triangle involving Adina Howard, Wanya Morris, and Brandy was a scandal that captured the attention of fans and the media alike. Adina Howard, known for her bold and adventurous style, found herself entangled in a whirlwind affair with Wanya Morris, a member of the popular group Boyz II Men. However, their relationship faced a hurdle due to Morris's commitment to Brandy, a superstar with a pristine reputation and a massive fan base. The clash of their contrasting personalities only added more drama to the situation, with Howard's unapologetic boldness contrasting sharply with Brandy's squeaky clean image. In an interview, Howard openly acknowledged the complexity of the love triangle, describing it as a clash of egos between two young women. The tension and emotion surrounding the shared love interest had everyone involved feeling conflicted and unsure of how to navigate the situation. The scandalous affair between Howard, Morris, and Brandy became a topic of public fascination, with fans speculating about the implications and fallout of this intricate romantic entanglement. When rumors began to spread about the alleged affair between Howard and Morris, it wasn't long before they reached the ears of Sylvia Rhone, the formidable music executive who also happened to be Howard's superior. This revelation marked a turning point in the love triangle, as Sylvia's reaction was far from what Howard had anticipated. Unknown to her, Sylvia was on the verge of making some questionable decisions that would not only put her future and career in jeopardy, but also have disastrous consequences for those involved in the affair. As someone who was recognized as the most influential woman in the music industry, Sylvia held considerable power and influence over the careers of those under her purview. Unfortunately for Howard, crossing paths with Sylvia in such a negative light proved to be a costly mistake. It was a harsh lesson for Howard to learn about the importance of maintaining positive relationships with those in positions of power, regardless of one's talent, ambition, or reputation. In the cutthroat world of the music industry, making enemies at the executive level could have far-reaching and detrimental effects on one's career and future prospects, and unfortunately, it did. Sylvia Rhone took the time to have a heart-to-heart conversation with Adina Howard after discovering that she was involved in a romantic fling with Wanya Morris. Rhone, known for her keen insight and guidance in the industry, advised Howard to focus on her music career and move on from the relationship. However, despite Rhone's well-intentioned advice, Howard made the decision to continue her relationship with Morris, which quickly became the talk of the town. The news of Howard's controversial decision spread like wildfire, catching the attention of Wendy Williams, a renowned radio DJ and gossip guru at Hot 97 in New York. Williams, known for her bold and unfiltered approach to celebrity news, reached out to Howard to discuss the situation further. This unexpected interaction with Williams proved to be a pivotal moment in Howard's life, as it opened up new challenges for her in the music industry. The unexpected turn of events caused a significant stir in both Howard's personal life and her career, setting the stage for a dramatic chapter in her journey. In her interview, she went on ranting with no hold bars, even calling out Rhone. When Billy Moss was interviewed, he mentioned that Howard had expressed her feelings towards Sylvia and Brandy in a disrespectful manner. Sylvia, understandably, was deeply upset by this revelation and decided to take action by delaying the release of her highly anticipated second album. This unexpected delay had a ripple effect on Howard's career, causing setbacks and challenges that he had not anticipated. It seems that through this experience, Howard learned a valuable lesson about the importance of gratitude and the impact that her words and actions can have on one's life. In an interview, Howard recalls, "I said something very inappropriate about the head of the label, and she pulled up the emergency brake and shut everything down, and rightfully so, because when you got the power to do that and you don't like what people are saying about you, yeah." Howard's story serves as a cautionary tale for those who dream of becoming successful artists, or for individuals who find themselves in a position of accountability to a higher authority. It is a stark reminder that even if you may not always see eye to eye with those in power, it is essential to carefully weigh your reactions and responses in order to protect your own mental and emotional well-being. By highlighting the importance of thoughtful consideration and strategic decision-making, Howard's story underscores the potential consequences of rash or impulsive actions in a professional or personal setting. Ultimately, it led to her losing the career she worked so hard for. Her time with Rufftown Records. In 2004, Adina Howard made a significant move in her music career by releasing her third album, The Second Coming, through Rufftown Records. The album's first single, Nasty Grind, was accompanied by a music video directed by Mark Rezica and produced by Jack Edward Sawyers. The video caused quite a stir as it featured Adina topless, covering herself while delivering powerful vocals. Despite the controversial nature of the video, it was aired on BET during the early morning hours. However, The Second Coming struggled to gain traction in the market, selling only 40,000 copies due to a lack of promotional efforts. This led to Howard facing a lawsuit from the record label. Following her departure from Rufftown Records' plans for a second single, Outside the Club, and a remix album, The Second Coming Remixed and Uncut, were unfortunately scrapped. Despite these setbacks, Adina Howard didn't let that stop her from pursuing her music career. Later in 2004, she collaborated with Playin' Skills and Crazy Bone on the track Freaks, which sampled her previous hit single, Freak Like Me. This collaboration proved to be successful, as the song reached number 52 on the R&B charts and number 69 on the Hot 100, marking her first charting single in 7 years. In August 2005, Adina Howard released a mixtape album titled Let You Hit in collaboration with DJ Rep. This project featured a mix of new songs, remixes, and unreleased tracks, showcasing her versatility as an artist. The mixtape was made available through soundjewels.com, providing her fans with a fresh dose of her music while she continued to navigate the music industry. However, she left Rufftown Records due to some issues and moved to another record label. Her time with Arsenal Records. In 2006, there was an exciting announcement that the single Phone Sex would be released. However, the following year saw a surprise digital release of the song Lova as her lead single instead. To add to the excitement, a second single titled Hips was also revealed. The release of her fourth album, Private Show, faced numerous delays by Arsenal Records, which almost led to its shelving. Despite the setbacks, the album eventually hit the shelves on June 26, 2007, accompanied by a promotional single, Picture This. Surprisingly, by 2008, the album had managed to sell over 4,000 copies, which was a great achievement. Following the album's launch, a remix EP for My Hips, listed as Hips on the album, was made available on iTunes and other digital platforms in December. Despite plans for a third official single, Tease, unfortunately, it was ultimately scrapped due to Howard's departure from the label shortly after the album's release. In 2008, she made an appearance in the short film Poke the Sleeping Bear, which went on to win the Grand Jury Award at the 2008 Solstice Film Festival. Additionally, on September 25, 2009, Lola Wax Records released a UK compilation titled Independent Soul Divas 2, which featured What Do I Do?, a track recorded by Howard in 2008. It's worth noting that the album version of the track differed from the one initially shared on Howard's MySpace page. Marriage and divorce. Sherman and Adina's relationship began at the airport, where they kept running into each other by chance. After Sherman took the bold step of giving Adina his number, their connection blossomed into a romantic relationship over the course of their first year together. While Sherman was eager to settle down, get married, and start a family, Adina had different priorities and no desire to walk down the aisle or become a parent. Despite their differing views on marriage and family, Sherman and Adina's bond remained strong over the years, even through periods of being on again and off again. Finally, in 2011, Adina agreed to marry Sherman, and they celebrated their love with a beautiful wedding ceremony. Adina became a stepmother to Sherman's daughter from a previous relationship, adding a new dynamic to their family. However, their marriage eventually came to an end, with Adina claiming that her spouse initiated the divorce due to her desire for activity 3 times a day. In an interview, Adina elaborated on how her intense longing for played a significant role in their marital issues. She viewed herself as unique in her expectations for frequent sexual intimacy in a relationship, which caused strain when her husband was unable to match her level of desire. Sherman, on the other hand, expressed regret over not being able to meet Adina's high energy and libido needs. He acknowledged that his desires were not as strong as hers, leading to tension and ultimately the end of their marriage. Adina openly admitted to needing sexual activity every day, morning, afternoon, and night, which created a mismatch in their sexual compatibility. Studying culinary.
And every time I fed somebody, that was one of the consensus was, Adina, you need to do this for a living.
Adina, after experiencing low album sales, made the decision to enroll in culinary school. She began pursuing multiple projects in 2011, including studying for a culinary arts degree, working on a cookbook, recording a new album, and opening a restaurant in Austin, Texas. She successfully completed her culinary arts degree at Le Cordon Bleu in October 2012. Despite the seemingly drastic shift from being a singer to becoming a chef, she expressed that the transition felt natural to her. Adina desired to pursue a skill that would allow her to lead a more private life. In order to seek guidance, she prayed about her decision, saying, "Dear Lord, you are aware of my identity and the path you have set for me. I cannot settle for just any job. Please guide me towards a profession where I won't face constant scrutiny." According to Adina, food is not only a source of nourishment, but also a form of entertainment and seduction. She expressed her desire to deeply connect with others through her culinary creations, stating, "When I cook for people, it's like a personal connection. It touches them in a way that music cannot. The flavors and textures of the food linger within them, leaving a lasting impression." Adina believes that through her cooking, she is able to stay connected with others for a significant period of time. Well, that certainly sounds sensual. Adina shared that she is currently working as a line cook at a resort in Arizona to fuel her passion. She mentioned that she is putting in the hard work and paying her dues. She expressed that her manager introduces her to new employees, which she finds liberating as she feels welcomed and supported. She reflected on her past experiences in the music industry, describing it as a place filled with negative individuals who are only looking out for themselves. Adina recalled feeling unappreciated by her record label despite her efforts, leading her to realize that she deserved better treatment. She emphasized that no one should have to work for free, regardless of their reputation or fan base. However, everything changed after a recent performance where she genuinely enjoyed herself. Adina now views music as a hobby rather than her main source of income, and she feels like she is playing a different game altogether. In a rather assertive manner, Adina acknowledges that people may not appreciate her perspective, but she has a message for those who fail to comprehend it. She states, "Please don't be upset with me because this is not my main focus. Am I feeling hungry? Absolutely. However, I can explore alternative means to satisfy my appetite. I don't necessarily have to stay relevant. You all can keep all of this. It's merely for fun and games. Despite considering her music as a hobby, Adina still desires compensation for her efforts. Hence, it seemed logical for her to take part in TV1's new series Life After in order to promote her comeback in the music industry and her latest single Switch, singles release and acting. In 2012, Howard's dropped 2 buzz singles online, Too Close and Ooh Wee. She teamed up with rapper Rufa on the song I Want You for his Coming to America album, which came out on July 31st, 2012. On January 16th, 2013, Howard mentioned on her Twitter that her upcoming single Better Than Ever would be out soon. She gave a sneak peek of the single on January 28th on her official YouTube channel. A longer version was unveiled on the mixtape DJ Jump Off's R&B Madness Volume 4. Furthermore, she inked a new record deal with Monarchy Records in April 2013. She also shot an episode of TV1's Life After in April, scheduled to air during the fall 2013 season on October 2nd. In July, she revealed plans to drop an EP next before her 5th studio album. Her single Switch was released on September 10th, 2013, marking the lead single from her 5th studio album, The Switch Up. The song received positive reviews and was honored with the title of Best Dance Club Single of the Year at the 2013 UB Honors, as voted by the public. On December 3rd, 2013, it was announced that Howard would take on the role of resident chef at Michael's Cafe and Supper Club in Phoenix, Arizona, specifically on Wednesday nights. However, please note that this information requires a non-primary source for verification. Her residency at the club concluded at the end of December. It was later revealed that Howard had secured the lead role of April in Daryl Lawrence's touring stage play, Do You Trust Your Best Friend? Her stage debut was scheduled for October in Washington, D.C. However, she later confirmed that her role had been changed to Olivia in the play. She made the announcement in November 2014 about signing a fresh label agreement with SMG Sony Red. She also revealed that a new single titled Bad For Me was scheduled for release in December. Additionally, Howard is expected to make an appearance on Centric's upcoming docu-series Being in early 2015. In January 2015, she shared a rendition of Amy Winehouse's Love is a Losing Game with various media outlets. Furthermore, a documentary titled Adina Howard 20, A Story of Sexual Liberation was launched on May 6, 2015. The album Resurrection. Adina is not one to give up on music. She made an exciting announcement about her single Bad For Me, premiering on a San Diego radio station on June 5th. This was just before her appearance at the Urban Network Digital Back to Basics 2 Inches Music Summit. The single was later released on August 14th, 2015. She was also busy working on her next album, which was originally titled The Switch Up, but is now called I Heart Adina Howard. Additionally, she collaborated with Pitbull on his single Free K, which sampled her hit song Freak Like Me. Her Being interview, which was originally filmed in 2014, premiered on December 9th, 2015, as part of their new series, Designed For. In March 2016, she was featured on R3 Hab and Quintino's new single, Freak, which also sampled her song, Freak Like Me. In May 2016, she treated her fans to a preview of 4 new songs from her album Resurrection on her Periscope account. She even did a mini concert for her fans. Then in June 2016, she announced that she would be playing the role of Candace in the new stage musical For All My Girls, alongside April Nixon, Monifa, and Marlene Angelides. The musical premiered in New York on June 27th. In July, one of her promotional photos went viral, creating a buzz among her fans. She also gave them a sneak peek into her album the following weekend. A year after its release, her album's lead single, Bad For Me, gained renewed interest and airplay after being featured on MTV. In November, she announced that the Resurrection album would be released on March 17th, 2017. On December 6th, 2016, DJ Daz One and She collaborated on a Resurrection mixtape, which was made available on Audiomack. Just a few days before that, DJ Luke Nasty sampled her vocals once again on the track Adina Freaks, produced by DJ CAs. In California, on January 25th, 2017, she filmed a music video for the song Blasphemy. The video premiered on March 20th, 2017. An EP titled Freaky was released through Famous Records Corp. Echo International. This EP featured a collection of previously released and unreleased material. Although many of the song titles were variations of the word freak, they were renamed tracks from her earlier releases. For example, Gonna Make You Freaky was previously released as It's On Tonight from her Let You Hit mixtape. Additionally, Time to Freak is rumored to be an alternate title for Too Sexy or Mirror Mirror. Furthermore, Freak Like Me, Remix, re-recorded version, was a previously released remix of her 1995 hit single, and Stay Freaky was a previously leaked duet with Estevan titled Rough Ridin'. Her fourth studio album, Resurrection, was officially released on April 14th, 2017. However, due to some technical issues with iTunes and other digital platforms, Howard decided to offer the album for free on her SoundCloud for a limited time of 24 hours, starting at midnight PST. A week later, the album was finally made available on all digital services. In November, a short tour film titled Adina Howard, Resurrection Tour Atlanta was released by her, which made its debut on digital platforms. Later in the same month, she was nominated for 2 UB Honors Awards in the categories of Best Artist Return Single for Blasphemy with King Gas, and Best Independent R&B Album Release for Resurrection. Moving on to December, she received 2 more award nominations at the MCP Music Awards for Best Deep Cut of the Year, Radiation with Tekken Nene, and Best Comeback of the Year for Blasphemy with King Gas. In January 2018, an interview was conducted with her on the online radio show That Council Radio, during which she revealed her plans to co-write a self-help book tentatively titled Adina Howard, Real Raw with a Therapist. Furthermore, she announced her involvement in a new film project, The Relaxer, an independent film set to premiere at the 2018 SXSW Festival in March. She also confirmed her collaboration with producer-rapper King Gas on a new album tentatively named Diary of a Desperate Housewife. Adina presently. The start of a new year marked the arrival of several significant releases for her. Her feature on TV1's popular Unsung series made its debut on March 10th, 2019. Following this, her movie Relaxer, directed by Joel Putricus, was shown in theaters on March 22nd, 2019, courtesy of Oscilloscope Labs. The film received positive feedback from critics, achieving a 72% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes. In May, she revealed a new collaboration with Mother's Favorite Child titled Freak, after working together on acoustic performances for her TV1 segment. She also made an appearance in the documentary A Fatherless America by media personality and filmmaker Tommy Sotomayor, which premiered in June 2019. During her promotion for a Detroit show with Montel Jordan in July, she hinted at an upcoming single titled Lifeline, along with plans for a book and a career in motivational speaking. In an interview featured in Consciousness magazine, she expressed her desire to release the single in the second quarter of the year. In early 2020, she announced the release of her new dance track Mind Reader with Opolopo, which came out on January 17th. Shortly after its release, the song climbed to the top spot on the Traxsource charts and secured the second position on the Dutch Freak 31 music chart. During an interview with R&B Junkie commemorating the 25th anniversary of her debut album, she revealed plans to kick off a residency in Houston, Texas starting in May. Additionally, she was cast in Katrina Walker's latest theatrical production, Miss D's Kitchen, originally scheduled to premiere on April 3rd, but postponed indefinitely due to the COVID-19 pandemic. In December, she garnered another nomination at the UB Honors in the Best Dance Club Single of the Year category for her track Mind Reader. Subsequently, it was announced in January 2021 that her previously shelved album, Mordes te Weidits, Welcome to Fantasy Island, would finally see the light of day in the United States on February 19th through Rhino Records. She dropped a fresh single titled Keep Lookin' on April 23rd, 2022, available on streaming platforms and digital services. A remix featuring Trina was later released in July. Howard commenced filming for a new movie, the drama False Prophets, alongside director James Hampton in November. In July 2023, she introduced her inaugural wine Indelible in collaboration with Ramona Ranch Winery, coinciding with the announcement of her upcoming single, Liquor. Adina Howard's life is a testament to the value of authenticity, resilience, adaptability, perseverance, and staying true to one's passion. Through her journey, we can learn the importance of embracing our true selves, overcoming obstacles, exploring new opportunities, maintaining determination, and keeping our passions alive, even when faced with adversity. Hope you enjoyed this video. Check out other fascinating videos. Till next time.